Hey babes, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this video, but before you do, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this lovely nail video, and here we go. So before we get started, here is the old look. We will be go ahead and transitioning it into this one right here. Super cute. You can see that I left 2 fingers on each hand the same and changing just the ones on the outside. Here I'm grabbing my e-file so that we can start taking the polish off. I find that using the e-file is going to be a lot quicker, more efficient when you're taking off polish. Now, of course, the gel polish that I use for my nails, you can soak off with acetone using an orange wood stick to take off the polish. But if you are well familiar, if you're trained in using an e-file, this is definitely the way to go. You can see how quickly the polish is being removed. I'm rotating my hand itself. Sometimes it might be easier to move the e-file, but obviously I'm doing my own nails, so I'm trying to get into the rhythm of filing off the polish, but you can see how quickly it's being removed, going very, very slowly around that cuticle area and then going down, and you can just see how quickly it's coming off. I love it. It's very efficient. I always have people ask me, how do you do your own nails? And I'm like, it's a challenge, but it definitely takes practice. I am right-handed. That is my dominant hand. So you can kind of see all the weird kind of angles that I have to get to try to make sure that all the polish is removed. I do apologize. It's my first time recording myself, changing my nails. So I'm trying to get the camera angle working, but going and moving on to the next finger, slowly but surely going around that cuticle area, and then going to bring that e-file all the way down. Gonna keep repeating until it is removed. So you can see that going back and forth. You'll see that I'll go from right to left or from left to right, and then go from up to down. When you're working on a client, it's a lot easier to go left and right because you're able to get more of the polish off. Here you'll see that my pinky is being used as a Falcom finger to help stabilize while I'm filing close to the cuticle area. Now I'm wiping away all the dust, and I'm going to grab my prepping bits to prep the cuticle area before applying polish. I'm going to be using the gelish Top It Off for the base coat. That way, before going in with the fun, cute little colors you see on the palette, it'll make sure that it's a nice, smooth area. I filed and I prepped that cuticle area, and so now we are ready to go in. Now remember, you only want to go in with a very thin layer. Since we want to use so many different colors, we don't want our nail to be thick or chunky. So going in with a very thin, top it off base coat. Next, we will be grabbing the gelish white polish. I'm gonna do a few layers of this one. Now remember, you want to cure in between each layer of polish. You can see that when I start applying the polish, it's very, very thin. So after I do this first layer, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna cure it. I believe I did 3 total to get the color that I wanted, because I felt with like the first, the second, the third layer that it was fairly transparent. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that I like the color. Now, if you want it more transparent, of course, go for it. But in this case, I wanted that white to be completely solid, like you can see on my middle and my pointer finger. I always say in my videos to make sure to read the manufacturer's instructions. Some polish require to wipe off the tacky layer, so that's what you can see that I'm doing right now with alcohol. Some polishes don't require it, so you can see how thin it still looks. This is definitely going to be the last layer of white that I put onto the nail. You can see that the color is definitely more bold, more vibrant, not as transparent as it was the first 2 coats. So this is looking really good. I'm really excited to start doing the design. Grab yourself a thin brush for your nail art. Brushes are super important. It's almost like when you're doing your makeup, having specific size brushes are going to give you the best look that you're going for. But you can see that I'm doing like a little squiggly, and then I'm going to use that same brush to fill out the polish completely. Again, I'm going to cure that into the LED light or UV ray light for about 30 seconds, and then I'm going to go back in there with the same color so that I can make sure that it's dark enough and bold, like you can see on my thumb right there. I love doing a nail art. I mean, you can really just go with the flow. I mean, you can see like, okay, I'm going to fill it out. I'm going to find another little spot on my finger to add the additional kind of little swoop-de-whoop, right? Super cute. Love it. And then I'm just going to fill it out and cure. So depending on the polish that you're using, remember to take off that tacky layer. I got the color that I like coming from the black. Now I'm going to be moving on to the ring finger. I think with this design, I did come down a little bit more, covering the right side of the nail, which again is awesome. Just feeling the creativity, going with the flow. If I don't like it, it's great because you can use that alcohol wipe to completely take off the polish to start over. So you can use cotton, but cotton can leave lint, which is just really annoying to try to get rid of when it's like stuck on your nail. So lint-free wipes or alcohol wipes work really well, getting really close to that cuticle area so that it looks like it's all filled in. Yeah, definitely. This view is a little bit better, so you can kind of see that I'm just squiggle, fill, go in a few times after I cure to get the color that I like. I'm grabbing a cleanup brush just to wipe away any excess polish that I see there. Now, if you're going to use a cleanup brush, just make sure that it's not wet. It doesn't have any nail polish remover because that will bleed and then ruin your nail design. I've gone in with the pink as well and made my little cute wigglies. So I'm grabbing a dotting tool and I'm going to use that pink that I put on the nail for little dots going around the black. I find that it just makes the nail pop more and it's really cute, super easy, very fast. Now I'm going to make sure to wipe off the dotting tool before I go back into a different color for the polish, which in this case will be the black, and then going around the pink design with the black little dots. And sometimes I'm just adding additional dots if I can fit them, or going over them so that they are all the same size relatively. And then I'm going to continue on with the rest of the fingers. Don't forget to cure. I know I can't say it enough, but definitely cure. So you can see that I have my polish laying on this very cool Geo Crystal palette. My mom and I went to a cute little market on Saturday, little Saturday market, and they had this for sale, which was awesome. It was only $8 and it's huge, which is great. But I'm just gonna wipe off all the excess polish on there with an alcohol wipe so that it is clean and ready to be used for the next time I want to do nail art. Wipe. And it's all good. Okay, very exciting. We are finishing up the look. I'm now going to jump into the Builder Gel by Gelish. I'd probably say this is one of my favorite parts, finishing up the nail look. So instead of using a top coat, I'm going to go in and use this gel sealer. I find that it's more protective and I don't have my polish chipping. I'd probably say this look lasted a couple weeks, which is great. But I find that with a regular top coat that it gets dulled out. So I'm just gonna do a nice thin layer on all the fingers. I may even go over the ones that I've already done just so that it looks even, nice and shiny. And here you have it. You have the finished look. It looks so cute, very cohesive. I'm super excited. If you enjoyed the video or learned something new, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the next one.